Hi everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to Super Breakfast Friends Club.
Whoa, you sprang for a theme song?
Could you call that a theme song? I
already did.
Randomly oscillated my vocal cords.
That's what songs are.
I didn't know.
Literally singing.
I mean, I guess that's what some of the theme songs that we've listened to on this show sounded like.
Oh, you're not gonna name names?
I'm not gonna name names. But
I think you should.
Here's the theme song. Play it.
No.
Okay, I will. It's Sonic X.
I knew I shouldn't have let you pick.
Yeah, you really dropped the ball. You know you can't leave it up to me on a week when there's no anniversaries.
You asked me last night, and I'm pretty sure I was very busy dissociating, so it didn't fully hit that you had asked me.
Yeah, and now look what happened. I didn't make the decision until this morning, just so you know.
You had a whole night to think about how best to torture me.
Yeah, I slept on it. Come on, if I really wanted to torture you, I would have put Sonic Underground in. No, you would have liked that.
Yeah.
I realized as soon as I said it. You were the one who insisted on Sonic Underground the first time we watched it.
Yeah. We need to know what Antoine's up to.
That's the wrong show. He's not in Sonic Underground.
I've told you before, I can't keep these stupid Sonic shows straight.
Sonic Underground is the one with Sonya and Manic.
Yes.
Not Antoine.
There was somebody in it that was also the worst, I thought.
Sonic?
Yeah, that guy.
These are Mel's thoughts, by the way, not mine. I love Sonic the Hedgehog. He's my hero.
You do not. I have never once heard you talk about Sonic the Hedgehog.
You gotta make up your mind. We're going from, if people are watching the Sonic X playlist, they're going from one episode where you complain that I never shut up about Sonic, straight to one where you're like, I've never even heard you mention him.
Yeah, that's like my whole thing. Every other day I take a different opinion. What my real opinion is, nobody knows, and that includes me.
We watched episode 2 of Sonic X, which is called Infiltration Area 99.
Catchy.
Yeah, well, it's a Japanese title. They're all like that. It's written by Hiro Masaki, who also wrote the first episode. And it aired in Japan on April 13th, 2002 on TV Tokyo. I don't have anything to say about that.
No. Pretty standard information.
We got this recap. In case you forgot that last time Sonic fell in a swimming pool and got rescued by a little boy.
I really tried to forget. And then it gave me this, like, romance scene between a talking hedgehog and a small child.
It is very romantic now that you mention it.
I didn't like it.
Soft focus camera.
This gentle romantic music.
This is where we really get introduced to Chris's expansive mansion.
Expansion?
Yeah. Did you take a peek?
I took a bit of a gander.
Right. I know Chris only exists to be like the audience stand-in character. He's just here because they felt like they needed a character for kids to be like, that's the one that's me. That's the one I relate to. And
I also live in a giant sprawling manor.
It's so odd that they chose to make him a millionaire. Because it's like, all right, we want Sonic to be friends with a small boy that's relatable for the audience, but then they made him a millionaire.
Right.
There's like two boys in the world that relate to this character. So yeah, he's talking with his mom on the phone.
Oh my god, 10 minutes of conversations with his parents.
Yeah, she's a movie star, and she's talking about how she's delayed coming home because of filming. Her name is Lindsay Thorndike, and she's played by Naomi Shindo, who we know as the voice of Vlau in Monster Hunter Stories Ride On.
Okay.
In English, she was played by Karen Neal, who also goes by Nell Balaban. She doesn't have a huge...
That's a pretty cool last name.
Yeah, I don't know which one's real, though. Impossible to tell. She played Karai in the 4Kids Ninja Turtles show. Karai is Shredder's daughter, or granddaughter, depending on version. She also played Nefertari Vivi in One Piece, in 4Kids' version of One Piece. She played Roxanne in Pokemon, the first gym leader of Ruby and Sapphire.
Oh yeah, the rock one.
Yeah, with the nose pass.
Yeah.
And she played Ishizu Ishtar in Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't know Yu-Gi-Oh!, so I don't know who that is.
I don't remember who that is. It's been a million years since I watched Yu-Gi-Oh!
Looked like a pharaoh or something, to me.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of those going around.
So as he's talking on the phone, did you see his personal butler come in and leave the breakfast tray?
Yes. Like every little boy has.
Yeah, that's Mr. Tanaka. He comes out onto the balcony to leave Chris's breakfast there. He doesn't say anything in this episode, so I figured rather than talk about the voice actor now, let's do what Chris does here and just completely ignore his presence.
Okay.
He doesn't even thank him.
No, he's a little rich boy. They want us to think that he's kind and sweet, but I know better.
Yeah, I mean, I think that is a big plot point quite late on about how spoiled Chris is.
Good.
But it's only like the last 3 episodes that deal with that.
Oh.
And they're the only good Chris episodes in the whole show. So Chris apologizes to his mother because he broke 2 promises to her. Don't go outside after midnight, and don't go near the adult pool. He's 12.
Yeah.
And he's not allowed to, like, swim out of the baby pool.
It's probably more like at midnight. Or like, I don't know.
I don't know. It sounds like those were 2 separate rules.
I don't know. Maybe he needs a supervisor. Because, like, that's still pretty young to leave your kid unattended in, like, a deep pool.
He's not really unattended.
What, is Butler supposed to just sit there and watch him the whole time?
What else does a butler do?
Doesn't he have buttling to do? Go buttle about the mansion?
Scuttling and buttling. He tells his mum that he went out there because there was a cat drowning in the pool and he saved it. So his mum forgives him for being sweet and good and kind.
Oh, you're the most special boy, Christopher. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
You're so special because of all the money we have.
That's what makes you the most special.
So Sonic, when Chris gets off the phone, Sonic jumps down from the roof where he was napping. And he wants to know why Chris described him as a cat. And Chris tells him it's because normal hedgehogs are tiny, so saving one that was drowning wouldn't make any sense. Which, if I were Sonic, I would think, wow, racist.
Yeah, how does that not make sense? Because it's not big enough to save? I don't understand.
The most generous reading I can give of it is that he's saying that it's unrealistic that he would have heard a hedgehog splashing in the pool because it's so small.
I guess that's fair.
But I feel like a kid wouldn't think that way.
No.
This kid, he's really trying to craft his alibi. Maybe that, he's learned from his dad. His dad's a businessman,
Oh.
so he's probably learned a lot of bad habits.
He's learned how to schmooze and lie,
Yeah.
sell some snake oil,
And cover his tracks and
make some cement shoes.
Chris wants to know how Sonic learned to talk, but Sonic doesn't have an answer for that because he doesn't remember that far back. I liked this. It happens a few times throughout the episode where the human characters are kind of treating Sonic and his friends like they're something magical, and
Yeah.
Sonic and his friends are just like, I don't know, that's just normal.
Right. What do you mean? Everybody talks,
Yeah.
idiot. When did you learn to talk?
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's what I was thinking at the time. I was like, imagine someone was like, where did you learn how to talk? To like you. You'd be like, I don't fucking know. Where did you learn it?
Like, he's a giant blue hedgehog. And first of all, I don't know how anybody can pinpoint that he's a hedgehog in the first place, because if you showed me Sonic and I had no prior knowledge and told me to guess what species he was, hedgehog would not even be on the list.
Yeah, well, I wonder if, like, maybe in universe he looks more realistic. Maybe, like, in their eyes, what they're seeing is more like the first movie trailer Sonic.
Ew!
So they're like, yeah, that's a freaky hedgehog, but it's a hedgehog.
Hey Sonic, when did you learn to clack your horrible human teeth?
Because obviously we're seeing an artistic interpretation. This show isn't photorealistic.
True.
So who knows what horrible monster they're really looking at. So the phone rings again. It's Chris's dad this time, because apparently his mom immediately called his dad to rat him out for swimming after midnight. Like, it literally, it's been like 30 seconds.
Right, I don't know how anyone could have had a conversation in that time.
His mom hung up, called his dad, said, Chris went swimming after midnight, and then hung up.
No, what she called the dad and said was, a cat got in the pool at midnight, and then hung up.
That's right, because Chris's dad calls, and he's like blaming himself for the mansion having low security because the cat wasn't, I guess, immediately obliterated by lasers at the perimeter.
Right. And yet here Sonic the Hedgehog sits and nobody knows about it. So like, what's with the security at this place?
Sonic fell in from directly above, though. He didn't come in through
No,
the
that
perimeter
part makes
fence.
sense, but he's now just on the property
He's just
and
on site.
nobody knows. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, see, I was wondering about this because Mr. Tanaka brought the breakfast for Sonic as well, which Chris had obviously asked for, but it was on the tray that Tanaka brought in. Tanaka, as far as Chris knows, doesn't know about Sonic, but we will find out in a few episodes' time that Tanaka has known about Sonic the whole time and just isn't particularly interested.
Right, he's a butler, he's not security.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, Chris's dad, by the way, Nelson Thorndyke, is played by Ken Yamaguchi, who also plays Deco, one of Eggman's robot sidekicks in this show.
Oh.
In English, he's played by Ted Lewis, who we know from many things. He's DDD and Escargoon in the Kirby anime. He was James for the first, I think, like 6 episodes of Pokemon. He also played Brock's dad, and he was that talking Ghastly in that one episode we watched.
Right.
And he was Eiji in Battle Arena Toshinden.
Crazy.
So yeah, we know him pretty well. We've heard a lot of his different voices.
Yeah.
Like us, Sonic is getting bored listening to all these family conversations. Sonic is the audience stand-in, not Chris.
Yeah.
But Chris assures his dad that he's fine because his grandpa is here, the maid is here, and his butler is here. These are kind of just a bunch of names at this point, because only one
Yeah.
of these 3 characters is actually formally introduced in this episode.
We haven't even seen him yet.
Yeah. We saw Mr. Tanaka. We won't see Ella. I can't remember if it's the next episode or the one after that introduces Ella. She's the maid. They all live there. Grandpa lives there, the maid lives there, the butler lives there. It's a fully staffed building.
Right.
Rich people.
Paying someone to live in your house.
It's just such a strange concept to me. Like, having a cleaner, I'm like, okay, my mom's been a cleaner for rich people before, but she didn't live in their house.
Yeah, that's a whole other level of rich.
Yeah. So Chris offers Sonic breakfast. He did some reading online, and he got something that should be good for hedgehogs to eat. Because, to be fair, Sonic did ask what hedgehogs eat in Chris's world.
Mm-hmm.
So Sonic tries a bite and immediately rejects it.
No way!
It's cat food.
What, he thinks he's too good for cat food?
Yeah. And Chris is like, oh, how about some dried crickets? But Sonic has had enough at that point.
Sonic, you should know better.
I really liked the animation of him kicking the cat food bowl away. Very fluid, very nice. Sonic's ready to leave.
As are we.
He just leaps into the trees and he's like, sorry.
See you!
Well, Chris just sort of yells for him not to go. And then we cut straight to a news report about the commotion that Sonic was making last night. And there's some scientist who's getting his glasses stolen by a monkey the whole time.
I really like that.
Yeah, me too. He's talking to the camera crew, and this monkey is just lifting the glasses off his face and putting them back over and over again, the whole scene.
It's very monkey of him.
But this scientist says that there's no way that Sonic was an unidentified animal, because no animal could move at that speed, so it must have been a machine. And then we see that Sonic is just sitting here on the couch with Chris. He's eating some kind of unidentified fast food. We don't get to see it. He's already, got the whole thing in his mouth by the time we see him.
I assumed it was a chili dog.
You would think, yeah, that would be but it looked like a burger wrapper sitting on the table to me.
It does look like a burger wrapper, but I want to believe.
Yeah. I don't think they had ever really referenced Sonic's love of chili dogs in the Japanese stuff at this point, other than the character bio that it came from originally.
Right.
But also, he says it's just okay, which leads me to believe it wasn't a chili dog.
Good point. Do you think Sonic's ever been disappointed by a chili dog?
No, I don't think he's capable. Even in Sonic Unleashed, you can get these Eggman branded chili dogs called egg dogs. And he even likes those, so.
And we know that those are just made of ground up robot parts.
They probably are delicious. We do know that the only thing Eggman loves as much as he loves robots is food. So Eggman is a gourmet.
He's a man of taste and culture.
Yeah. You should see some of the food that Eggman's been depicted eating over the years. It makes me want to try it.
Makes me want to be Eggman.
He eats this giant sandwich in Sonic Unleashed.
A Jill sandwich?
You wish. But it's delicious. It's got to be 2 feet long.
I'm looking at it.
Oh, you're looking at it? He has the whole thing, and then it cuts away from him for 2 seconds, and then it cuts back to him just having the last bite. I'm unclear on the logistics of this food that Sonic got.
Yeah.
Because did he go out and get this when he left? Because if so,
Maybe.
that raises a lot of questions. How did he get it? He doesn't have any money. Everyone thinks
He doesn't need money. He runs fast.
Oh, you think he stole it?
Yeah.
Okay. But then why would he come back to Chris's house?
Where else is he gonna go?
I know. He's Sonic the Hedgehog.
If you've got an inn with a little dweeb in a giant mansion.
I feel Sonic doesn't have a home, canonically.
Right.
He just runs around the whole world all the time. So, I don't know. I just don't see why he would have come back to this little dweeb. There's at this point, there's really nothing tying him to this mansion.
Well, he's got no other leads.
It makes more sense to me that Chris convinced him off screen to stay if he got him something tastier. But I feel like Sonic was already gone. So I don't know. I don't know how this happened.
What you're saying is this show is crap. It's terrible. They didn't put any thought into it.
Yeah, well, not enough. This is where Chris's grandpa bursts in, asking if Chris saw the news, because he's very excited about this mysterious supersonic robot they're talking about.
He's very excited to stick a screwdriver into the butt of the supersonic robot.
Oh, don't pretend you're not. Chuck Thorndike is played by Bin Shimada, who also plays Boko, the other Eggman sidekick robot. We also know him as the voice of Sho in Battle Arena Toshinden, and was it Raisin or Ryzen in Tales of Phantasia? One of those.
I think it was Ryzen.
Yeah, I can't remember. It's funny, we've got both of Eggman's sidekick robots here playing different roles. I liked the whole, like, Chuck sees Sonic and he looks at the TV and he has a really slow moment of realization. I enjoyed how slow it was.
Yeah.
I like watching the cogs turn in a character's head. In English, Chuck is played by T.R. Shields III.
Oh.
This is his biggest role, and it's his only voice role. But he also made single episode appearances on The Sopranos and Criminal Minds. I don't know why. I don't know why he was in this. This is the first thing he was ever credited for. I don't know how this happened. So interesting to me when someone has like 2 roles.
Right.
Yeah, Chris tries to hide Sonic with a cushion, even though by this point, Sonic and Chuck have literally had their faces touching. Like, there's no hiding him at this point.
Right.
And Sonic doesn't appreciate being hidden with the cushion. I like the fact that there's this whole thing about, trying to hide Sonic. It's fully in Chris's interest.
Yeah.
Like, Sonic doesn't care. No, he's not interested in hiding. He's just being his self. You know, he's already made the national news.
Right.
What's the point in hiding?
What's the news gonna do? Follow him around?
The first thing he did when he got here was show the police that they can't catch him.
Yeah.
He's untouchable.
He doesn't give a single care.
So yeah, Chuck tries to dismantle Sonic, thinking he's a robot like the news said. But Sonic isn't a robot.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I mean, Chuck believes it, and he stuck a screwdriver in him.
What if one day Sonic dies and breaks open and a Flicky comes out?
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
If Sonic was a Flicky the whole time.
Would just confirm all your theories, wouldn't it? I've seen you on the forums.
You've read my fanfic.
Flicky Truther 1997.
1997?
Yeah. It's the year, I don't know, Sonic R came out, maybe? I don't know what happened in 1997. I think Knights
It's
was...
the year I felt they released the first piece of evidence to craft my theory.
So as they're all standing there staring at each other, as Chuck is trying to digest this new information, Sonic hears cream and cheese on the TV. They're in the process of being arrested.
What crimes did she commit?
What is she doing on there? She's standing up on a billboard for some reason.
Maybe she spawned there.
And just stayed there all night.
Yeah, what else is she gonna do?
That, I didn't think about that, but yeah, cream and cheese have just been alone and scared in the city all night. Sonic found a rich boy to take him in and stay with.
Right. Sonic evaded police capture.
Yeah. Well, so did cream and cheese for the night.
Because they slept behind a billboard.
I guess so. So seeing cream and cheese on the TV, Sonic realizes that he wasn't the only one sent to this weird world. And he rushes out to help them before realizing he has no idea where they are. But Chuck has connections.
Yeah, I guess.
I liked that little bit of world building. We have no idea who he called, but...
Just to know that he has a friend.
Yeah. Like, I don't know if we're ever told what... Because Chuck's retired. But I don't know if we're ever told what it was he used to do. I get the impression it has to have been like some kind of government tech
Mad
role.
science.
Yeah. Yeah.
State-sponsored mad scientist.
Because he's able to call somebody and find out where the military took these top secret creatures
Right.
they've captured.
Why would anyone know that?
They've been taken to Area 99, a military base, for study. Sonic doesn't know what the military is, and when Chris explains it to them, to Sonic, they just sound like Eggman, which makes sense.
Eggman is the military?
I mean, Chris explains them by saying that they've got like a lot of tanks and fighter jets and stuff.
Right.
So it makes sense that Sonic would just be like, oh yeah, Dr. Eggman.
I've got one of those too.
Oh yeah, a crazy person with a lot of death machines, I know all about that. You know, if this was the game universe, Sonic knows what the military is, but in this
Right.
universe where Sonic has been transported to Earth from a utopian animal society, where Eggman is the only human they've ever encountered, I'm like, yeah, it makes sense that he might not know what the military is. At first, I thought that our subtitles here were mistranslations, because I noticed they were saying gun, so I thought in the Japanese version they were specifically talking about gun, which is a very specific military group within the series,
Right.
who do appear in this show, but it turns out that gun is also just the Japanese word for military, so
Oh.
I wonder if that's like when they were naming gun in the games, if that's what they were going for. Just the Japanese word for military.
The whole thing's been mistranslated this whole time.
Well, it does stand for something as well. It stands for Guardian Units of Nations. So I wonder if they named it gun after the military, and then they were like, let's make this mean something in English too, because they had already made the logo that says GUN on it.
We can't paint over this every time.
Yeah. You know, I don't like Chris,
No,
but I like Chuck.
he's alright.
I would prefer it if they just met Chuck. You know, cut out Chris.
What if Chuck was the audience stand-in?
Yeah, I'd be happier with it.
Just this old guy hanging around.
Well, because he feels like he makes sense. He feels like he's actually fulfilling an essential role that this show needs.
Right.
But Chris doesn't.
Chris sucks.
Chris feels like he's filling a role that's already filled by Tails, usually.
Yeah. But Tails even does stuff, so...
Yeah, exactly. Tails fills Chris's role and has his own role.
And has a plane.
Yeah. And all Chris has is a grandpa.
And a shitload of money.
Oh, yeah, and a butler, I guess.
I've never seen him use that money for good, though.
I've never seen him use that money. That's his parents' money.
Yeah.
Chuck lightly grills Sonic about the truth of the origins of him and his friends, but Sonic doesn't know anything about that, and he doesn't care anything about that.
No.
He just wants to go and help Cream and Cheese, because they're being held in a military base.
And he's bored.
And he's bored. He plans to just run in and break them out, but Chuck insists on making a plan. Locks him in the carriage and makes a
You're
plan.
not getting out of here until we make a plan, young man.
So they drive out into the desert, which Sonic is not very happy about, because this car is slow.
We get it. You run fast.
Chuck gives him an infrared scope to wear so he can detect any traps inside the base. It feels like Chuck and Sonic are more on the same page than Sonic and Chris are for a lot of this.
Yeah, because Chuck's a mad scientist, and Chris is just a little bitch boy.
Chuck is Professor Emmett Brown,
Yeah.
and Sonic is his Marty McFly. He always thought that Chris would be his Marty McFly, but Chris just isn't getting there.
No.
All Chris wants to do is hang around the mansion and call his parents.
And have them tell him what a good boy he is.
Good boy for breaking all the rules. I will send you several presents.
Call me again when you've broken more rules.
Yeah, his mom says she's sending him presents, but she doesn't say what they're presents for.
Oh, yeah.
Like, is it his birthday?
No, I think it's just Japanese gift culture. Like, when you're away, you're expected to bring stuff back for people.
But, oh, this might be a spoiler, Mel, but Chris is American.
Is this...
Yeah, this is set,
In
this show's
America?
set in America, yeah.
Oh.
Unambiguously.
Well, then I don't know. She's just spoiling him then.
Yeah. I don't know why they chose to set this show in America, but yeah, Mr. Tanaka is the only Japanese character.
Huh.
We get a look at the security systems inside the base. They got cameras watching everything. They got retinal scanners to get in. Cream and Cheese are in a big tank, getting scanned and studied.
Filled up with gas.
The way they're being scanned is not very... Like, the first scan they do is just like a heat detection thing. They're just heat
Yep,
mapping
she's
their
warm.
bodies. Yeah. And then, I'll get to it when we get to it, but the second scan they do, the one that really shocks all the scientists, really made me laugh. So Chris directs Sonic to go into the air vents because they should be a blind spot for security. And he asks his grandpa where Sonic's friends, how Sonic should tell where his friends are being held. And Chuck
This part,
yeah?
he tells him to run in like suspicious directions.
Yeah.
What does that mean, Chuck?
I understood it. He just means if you get in there, just look around, and if you see a place that looks suspicious, go there.
It sounded more like run around suspiciously in random directions.
No, that's not what he meant. No, he was.
That's what he said.
He was definitely saying like, go. I see how you interpreted it that way. But the intention was definitely just like go anywhere that looks suspicious.
You're giving this show too much leniency because you want to make kisses with it.
No, I'm just understanding what they meant. I'm just understanding the intention. Because Chris thinks that that's too reckless for him to just dash around. But Sonic's into it. And this is why I think that Chuck is a better confidant for Sonic than Chris is.
Chuck is a better Chris.
Yeah, Chris is such a nagging mother throughout this whole episode. Eat your cat food, Sonic. Don't draw suspicious attention to yourself, Sonic. Don't cause outright war across the country, Sonic.
Yeah, this sounds like my and your dynamic where you get mad at me for trying to stop you from breaking war out for the 5th time.
Yeah. Are you saying that you're the Chris Thorndike of our friendship?
No, I don't spend all my days on the phone being told what a good boy I am.
And whose fault is that? You haven't been out into
My
the pool at
butlers.
midnight to rescue any drowning cats, that's why.
That's the only thing keeping me from my potential as a whiny little twerp.
So Sonic gets into the vents, but they're absolutely full of traps. So he decides to just jump down into the hallway and use his speed to evade the cameras, which he's very good at. This is like, I do this in Hitman all the time, what he's doing.
Wow, you're just like Sonic the Hedgehog.
Agent 47 is just like Sonic the Hedgehog. That's what I'm saying.
They're both shiny.
Yeah, they both
That's all I got.
curl up into a ball to attack.
I love when Agent 47 jumps up in the air, curls into a homing ball, and knocks over his target.
They both hide people in closets.
When has Sonic ever hidden someone in a closet?
I bet it. Someone who knows more than me, answer that question in the comments, please. It must have happened at least once. There's been so many Sonic media. Ken Penders probably wrote it. This is where the scientists are running a full tank scan on Cream and Cheese, and they're shocked because they see a wireframe model of them.
Oh, they're full of wireframes.
So this is just, I guess this giant scanning machine is actually just mapping the topography of their character model.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like there should be, we should be seeing their organs or their bones or something,
Yeah.
for the reaction to make sense.
All of her guts.
Because it feels clear to me this is supposed to be the scientists realizing they aren't machines after all.
Right.
But we don't see anything that would possibly lead them to that, to that decision.
Couldn't they have figured that out by holding a magnet to them?
that might damage them. They want the machines. I feel like there's a lot of ways. I feel like you just would have to touch them and be like, oh, they're warm and squishy.
But what if they have a robot endoskeleton?
That's true. Maybe they're just a bunch of meat wrapped around a robot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I'd make a robot.
Covered in meat.
Yeah.
Not in any, aesthetic way. Just steaks strapped around it.
Yeah. Warm steaks.
They've been sitting out in the sun and they're getting a little stinky.
This is why my robot costs so much to develop, because you have to keep replacing the steaks with new, freshly cooked ones. And once they cool down, you got to replace them again.
But you
Anyway,
get a bunch of steaks at the end of the day.
oh yeah, I seen you nibbling my robot,
Yeah? You don't need all that steak.
sucking all the blood out.
I'm just saying, if you made them well done, they would probably stay warm longer.
I don't like a well done steak.
Yeah, well, is it for the robot's skin suit or is it for you to eat?
It's for me to eat.
Okay, as long as you admit it. You can continue putting medium rare steaks around the endoskeleton of your robot.
Thank you. So, I think I was blacked out for a second there. Sonic finds a suspicious staff-only door. Did you have the same thought here I did?
That depends what your thought was.
Why is there a staff-only door in this secret military base?
I don't think I was paying that much attention that I even noticed a staff-only door, but now that you mention it, yeah.
Like, wouldn't every door in this base be staff-only? Where are the public spaces?
The public front of the secret military operation, where it's like a Costco restaurant portion where you could just buy really cheap hot dogs.
Just really, I don't know. I've watched this a bunch of times in the past, and I had never really taken in that sign before. So watching it this time and just being like, hold on a minute. Why is this room the only staff-only one? Because even, like, I can't imagine there shouldn't be anyone in here that isn't staff. And even if I'm, like, generous and I'm like, okay, maybe that's to keep the cleaner out, the cleaner's still staff.
Yeah, I would say something like top secret clearance or something.
Yeah, clearance level G.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways.
Maybe the janitors have all the clearances, so that wouldn't have kept him out either.
Yeah, but there's still staff. So Sonic stops to think, because if it was just him, he could just bust in and bust back out. But he has to get out safely with cream and cheese in tow, so he's got to be more careful than usual. And just then the power goes out.
Oh no, a bunch of freak flies.
Yeah, in the confusion, Sonic shatters the tank and gets cream and cheese out. And the engineers are looking at all these tiny paper planes with electrical circuits on them that are stabbed into the power system.
You know, I can suspend my belief quite a bit, but this felt like a lot to ask.
Yeah? At what point did you figure out what was going on?
I didn't.
Oh, okay.
Still to this day, I have no idea what I watched.
Oh. Because early on, when Sonic first gets there, the security system is announcing that there's an intruder. And I thought as soon as Sonic gets there, before he even goes in the vent, I thought they detected him. But I realize now that what that was actually trying to tell us is that there was someone else in the base too, who wasn't
I see.
who wasn't being quite as stealthy as Sonic was being.
Because later they say there's multiple intrusions.
Yeah. Sonic and Cream are running through the hallway. Cream asks Sonic if he's the one who shut the power off, but he doesn't know anything about it. To him, it was just lucky. But then the power comes back on and all the cameras spot them all at once.
And shoot laser beams.
And Sonic says a dirty word.
Oh no.
Yeah, he says shit.
Shit.
In English.
Cancel him. Cancel him.
You know, I was looking at the wiki page for this. In the trivia, it mentions that this happens, but they clearly didn't want to write the word shit on the wiki. So what they've written on the wiki is that in this scene, Sonic says the word Kuso in English.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Just write the word.
Yeah, it's fine. We're all adults here.
On the internet. Children aren't allowed.
But yeah, this is definitely like... Because Sonic says English words all the time throughout this show.
Yeah.
I haven't been calling them out, but he's done it probably like 20 times in the lead up to this.
We get it, Sonic. You know English.
Yeah, and it's definitely I think in Japan, for at least from my knowledge of it, it seems like they don't really have like forbidden words in the same way that we do.
No.
Yeah, they've got words that are considered more harsh and like more rude, but they don't have any words. They don't seem to have any words where it's like you can't say that word in front of children. So they just hear the word shit and they're like, that's a harsh word that Americans use, so Sonic's gonna use it.
Right, because like Ksal and shit are not one-to-one translations.
No. Well, yeah, don't they call... I read somewhere that the Japanese word for earwax translates to ear shit, so...
Earwax and boogers. It's ear shit and nose shit.
That's great. Chris and Chuck are outside listening to all the alarms blaring.
Sonic!
And I want to see this whole episode just from their perspective, where they're just like sitting outside, nothing's happening for a long time, and then alarms start going off. And then Chris radios Sonic and is like, we're hearing alarms going off, what's wrong? And Sonic's just like,
Don't mind.
That sounds like a really boring episode, to be honest.
yeah. It's not much worse than this one.
Yeah, this episode was a little boring.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, Sonic is telling them not to worry. Don't mind is what he actually says in English, because he likes to say English, and it doesn't quite mean what the Japanese writers clearly thought it meant.
Well, donmai is a Japanese phrase, obviously taken from don't mind, but it kind of means don't worry about it.
Right. Oh, okay. I've only ever heard Sonic say it.
That's a lie. In the last episode of Ace Attorney we watched, Red White says it. They translate it much differently in that show, but he says donmai.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but wasn't he also trying to speak English badly? Isn't that the whole point?
Well, like that was
Because he
that
said
was when
lots
he
of
was
English
saying like
phrases, right?
his catchphrase or something.
Right.
They translated it as like "Don't worry, be happy," but
Oh, okay.
it was just the phrase "donmai."
Okay, I didn't pick up on that. So Sonic lets go of Cream's hand and tells her to run while he starts bashing cameras. And this is like the most exciting thing that happens in this whole episode. A bunch of security doors start closing off sections of the base. Sonic grabs Cream and carries her through. Then they got stopped by more cameras, but suddenly a bunch of those paper planes appear and just start destroying the cameras so they can pass through.
Yeah, but now they're firing all William Nillium.
Well, yeah. That's after the power goes off. You still weren't suspecting at this point who might be behind the paper planes?
No, I wasn't really thinking about it.
Okay.
It's like they're gonna tell us in a second anyway.
Yeah, I don't think I did the first time I watched it either.
It's not like it's a trademark of Tails or anything.
No, it's not
to
like
have-
he's ever done that before.
Right.
Or since. So yeah, the power goes out again. The laser cameras start going haywire, and they're like slicing up the stairs that Sonic and Cream are climbing.
Yeah, suddenly these lasers are real deadly.
Yeah. So Sonic has to jump up the stairs because they're all sliced up. And they're at the top, and Sonic hears a plane outside, and that's when he puts the pieces together. And he busts out through the ceiling, where Tails catches them with the tornado, and they fly away.
Tails is like, my calculations were perfect. Like, what were you calculating exactly?
He knew
to know that he would come out at this exact point at this exact time.
because Tails reprogrammed the camera lasers to cut off Sonic's exit and force him up the stairs.
At this exact point in time.
Yeah, so they all fly away together on the tornado. This is the Tornado 2, but in this show it's just the tornado.
I love how Tails is making this 6-year-old girl cling to the wing of his plane
Hey,
as he flies away.
Technically, Sonic made her do that.
Land the plane, Tails!
He can't. There's anti-aircraft guns. So they're back. They fly back to Chris's mansion. It's wild that the military couldn't track this little plane. Now that I think about it,
Yeah.
what an incompetent military presence America.
I don't believe this is America at all.
Yeah.
We dump all that money into something. I think we could find a little plane.
Yeah, it would be more believable if they got away on foot. But them flying away in this little biplane.
Yeah.
And they just escape. The technology's too old. We can't track it.
It's not showing up on our radar. It's too old. It's interdimensional.
It's like that. Do you remember that Simpsons episode where Sideshow Bob's escaping in the Wright brothers plane and they try to intercept him with the jets, but they're too fast. So they just zip by and they're just like, suggest we get out and walk. And then, and then you just see them walking behind the plane, reaching up to it. It's like that. Our jets are too fast. We can't track this plane. Our jets keep overtaking it, and then we lost it.
Right.
So yeah, they're back at the mansion. Chris, Cream, Cheese, Chuck, and Tails all introduce themselves. It's very fascinating to watch.
Yeah.
Like 5 character
favorite
introductions back to back. Chuck's very impressed with Tails' paper planes, and Chris is in the background chastising Sonic for being reckless. But Sonic isn't listening because it all worked out, so it's fine as far as he's concerned. Chuck really wants to know more about Sonic and Tails' world, but Tails can't give him much information because he hasn't figured out what happened yet either. But what he has figured out is that if he, Sonic, Cream, and Cheese all ended up there after the accident in the first episode, then some of the others must have too.
Knuckles!
Yeah, Sonic tries to remember everyone who was there at the time, and the first name he thinks of is Knuckles.
Yeah, he's always thinking about Knuckles.
And then he thinks about Amy, and then he thinks about Dr. Eggman, and then we see
I like
Dr.
how that's
Eggman.
the last person he thought of. Who's that guy that's always causing trouble?
Yeah, I mean,
Kind of round.
we know that Rouge and Big were also there, but Sonic didn't know they were there, so... Because Big was the first character we ever saw in this show.
I didn't remember that.
Yeah, Big showed up at the very beginning of this show and the very beginning of Sonic Prime as well. So now we go to this little island somewhere where Eggman's entire tower has been transported. And he's sitting on the top floor surveilling this new world, the newest conquest for the Eggman Empire. And that's the
Does
end.
he call it an egg pyre?
No. Eggpire, no. It's always the
Dumb.
Eggman Empire.
Waste of potential.
Sorry. Seems like he's got the best understanding of what's happened, because he knows that Chaos Control is what sent them there.
Right.
I think Knuckles is the only other one who knows that. Because he knew it in episode 1.
The smartest character.
So that's the end. And then did you see the next episode preview after the credits?
Yeah, I did.
So we know that Eggman is going to be there, and Amy's going to be there, and Knuckles is going to be there.
Yeah, he better.
Yeah, this episode, like, I don't know, it's fine. It's pretty dull.
It's pretty boring.
It's too Chris heavy. Tails doesn't show
Yeah.
up until the very end. And
There's no Knuckles.
there's no Knuckles. There's no Eggman. That's the real kicker. Like, I can deal with a no Knuckles episode, because they were pretty sparing with Knuckles in this show, which I think is good. Because it means that when he does show up, you get excited.
Yeah.
I think Knuckles is best when they don't use him every time. Because then when they do use him, it feels more special. Eggman should be there more. The show's just not very funny without Eggman, I think. He's like half the comedy. And Cream and Cheese, like, I always feel like they don't know what to do with Cream and Cheese.
I mean, what do you do? They're children.
I know. They're only really here because they were the newest characters at the time, I think.
Yeah.
Like, they don't really need to be in this show. I think this is the only show they were ever in. But this is just kind of like... There was this little period from, like, 2002 to 2005 where Cream and Cheese were part of the main cast for some reason. You know?
'Cause they're
Everything.
new.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, because... Any other new character, they're pretty good at just, like, showing up for their game and then disappearing for a while and then showing up occasionally. Like, Silver never entered the main cast the way these two did. Blaze never did.
Yeah.
And they're more popular characters than Cream and Cheese. But for some reason, from Sonic Advance 2 up until Sonic Rush, Cream and Cheese were just in everything. And then they just disappeared as suddenly as they came. They were gone. It was only like 3
like the
years.
wind.
Yeah. It was just like 3 years of cream and cheese and then no more ever again. It's so weird to think about now. I remember this episode being kind of boring even at the time when I first watched it, but I remember the next episode being the one that really sold me on the show because Amy's funny, Knuckles is
Knuckles
funny,
is there.
Eggman is funny. It's a better episode. We'll watch it eventually.
In 2 years.
You know what though? Now
We gotta talk about the dub.
we're going to talk about the dub. Play the theme song.
Quickest hedgehog around. Found ourselves in a situation, stuck in a new location without any explanation. No time for relaxation. Don't blink, don't think. Just go, 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 go. Sonic, he's on the run. Sonic, he's number one. Sonic, he's coming next, so watch out for Sonic. Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast. Gotta go faster, 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 faster. Sonic, gotta go fast. Gotta go fast. Gotta go faster, 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 faster. Sonic X.
They changed the name of the episode to Sonic to the Rescue, which is not a great title. I feel like that title could apply to almost any episode of this show.
Right.
Like, when is Sonic not to the rescue? The only one I can think of off the top of my head is that one episode he's not in because it's all about Knuckles.
All about Knuckles. I hope it's called that too.
It should be. The dub aired on September 13th, 2003, which is actually like pretty soon after the Japanese airing for an early 2000s anime dub.
Right.
All the music is changed, all the replacement stuff is discordant and distracting and terrible.
You see, there was this cat in the pool, and I got it out.
Oh, you have a big heart, just like I do. Next time, ring for Mr. Tanaka, and he'll take care of things, all right? Oh, darling, I must run. Kiss Mummy goodbye. Mwah.
Mwah.
Ciao, sweetheart.
And Constant.
And constant. It's much worse than what they did with Pokemon, though.
Oh no.
It's really bad. It's like if you like the background music of 4Kids Sonic X, it can only be because you grew up with it and that led you to think this was normal.
Right.
That's the only reason to like this background music is because you were fundamentally broken as a child by this background music. But for the most part, this is a pretty accurate translation, which is unusual for this era of 4Kids.
Right.
Like, the first half of the episode, at least, I feel like was like 90% just, you know, good translations of all the lines that kept both the meaning and the vibe intact.
Right.
Which is what I look for, really. You know, it doesn't have to be a literal straight translation, but as long as the general meaning is the same and the vibe is the same, then I'm happy with it.
Sure. You can't do a literal straight translation. That would be so terrible.
Yeah. It'd be hard to figure out what they're trying to say a lot of the time if you just straight translated every sentence.
I just sent you something really important.
I saw it immediately. I have your window open. Mel has sent me a picture of Dr. Eggman as Hatsune Miku.
And his mustache are her twin tails.
He looks very happy with himself.
He loves it.
You know, a tie kind of suits him. He never wears a tie.
Or a skirt.
That's true. So, for things I did notice that they changed, they cut the recap from the beginning, and they also turned the entire opening scene into a cold open, so it happens before the theme song now.
Oh.
For some reason, Chris's mom is British in the dub, which is fine, I guess. There's no reason she couldn't be.
Sure.
And in general, a lot of the characters are a little bit angrier and meaner than they were originally.
Yeah. That seems to be a trend.
Yeah, it's especially true of Chris's dad and Eggman at the end. It's very they really leaned hard on Eggman being like a horrible, evil presence, which is funny because the Japanese version is quite like, yeah, he's kind of a silly guy. He's dangerous but silly. It's like
Just a goober.
even his music is a little bit silly in the Japanese. Here's the music that plays in the Japanese version when we see Eggman. And here's the music that plays in the English version. And you tell me. I think the English version is pushing for Eggman is much eviler than the Japanese version was. In the dub, Sonic thinks that the cat food is food made of cat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in Japanese, he just didn't like the taste of it. But his revulsion to it is a bit more dark in the English version. Also, I noticed in the original, when Sonic hears cream and cheese on the TV, he doesn't actually pay attention until he hears Cheese say ciao.
Huh?
And that's the point where he's like, huh? A chow?
Mm-hmm.
And that's when he looks. He doesn't recognize Cream's voice right away.
Right.
But in the dub, he does. In the dub, he hears Cream and he's like, that's Cream.
I feel like that makes less sense.
Yeah, me too.
Because, like, if you're just half listening to a TV and somebody that you know is on it, you're not expecting them to be there. So you hear a voice that sounds like them, you don't think, oh, my friend is there.
Yeah.
You think, kind of sounds like so-and-so.
Yeah, no, I had the same thought. Because I actually really like, in the original, that it's not until he hears a chow that he's like, huh? A chow? And then he looks.
Right.
Because that cuts through a bit more than just someone speaking in the language everyone is speaking.
Right.
The part where Chuck tells Sonic to keep heading in suspicious directions has been changed in the dub. Maybe because they were worried people would misunderstand it the same way you did.
Now, why would that happen? Why would somebody understand something as clear as suspicious directions?
So in the dub, instead, Chuck tells Sonic to
Think quickly and act quickly.
That's not exactly good advice.
no, and instead of Chris saying that's too reckless, Chris says,
Grandpa, what if he doesn't?
which I thought was really stupid.
You know his motto, gotta go slow.
I felt like that change lost a lot of the spirit of the original.
Yeah.
I liked the original version of those lines because it showed us that Chuck thinks like Sonic in some ways.
Like an idiot.
Like they're both confident and they're both, think on their feet. But in the English version, Chuck just kind of gave him really useless advice.
Sonic, go fast.
You know when Sonic first comes down the vent?
Yeah.
In the original, he just comments on what a long way down the vent was. But he's rubbing his butt as he said it, so 4Kids had to put the word butt in the sentence. And they made him say,
It feels like I have skid marks on my butt.
You sound annoyed about that, but I know in your heart that you're not.
no, I am annoyed about it. I don't like it. And I also, it's made worse by the fact that they used the music to try and sell the joke, if you can call it. It's not a joke. It's not actually a joke, but they clearly thought it was. And
So they've got like a slide whistle going in the background?
yeah, basically, it's like, wah, wah, wah. It's awful. The audience just heard it, but you didn't.
No, I heard your attempt. I wasn't impressed.
Sonic in the dub doesn't say anything about the vents not being a blind spot after all. They just don't draw... We see the lasers in the vents, but they just don't draw attention to it. Which, I don't know. Felt like there was something missing. Obviously, Sonic no longer says shit. That's fine. I
He
wasn't
says fuck
expecting them to leave that in. Would have been weird if they did. There's one part where I noticed that they completely gave something the opposite meaning. Because when the cameras start blasting, in the original, Sonic tells Chris not to worry.
Mm-hmm.
But in the dub, Sonic tells Chris that they're not doing okay.
Sonic, どうしたの? 大丈夫?
Don't mind.
Sonic, what's going on? Are you and your friends all right?
Not exactly.
And they just stay in the car doing nothing.
Yeah. So yeah, that was a strange change. In the dub, Sonic calls the tornado by name, which he doesn't do in the original. And it's just a bit weird. Because it's the part, when he's listening to the wall.
Mm-hmm.
In the Japanese version, he's just like, oh, I get it. But in the English one, he goes,
The tornado!
and I know. I was just like, okay, strange. And then, the weirdest, to me, this was the weirdest change. They jump onto the plane, and in the original, Tails says, hold on tight so you don't fall off.
Yeah.
In the dub, instead of that, he says,
I helped, but Sonic's the real hero.
and I don't know why they would change that. They just wanted to make Tails more of a bootlicker. Another thing that I think was just like a mix-up in the translation, in the original, when he's explaining his paper plane inventions to Chuck, it's very clear that they are a product of Tails being very intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
But in the dub, Tails says that things like that aren't anything special in their world, and it implies that everybody just has these planes.
It's nothing special. Not in the world we come from.
Right.
And I think it's a mix-up in the translation, because originally Chuck asked Tails where he learned how to make things like this, and Tails is just like, I just learned it back home. But it doesn't, the original doesn't imply that it wasn't special that Tails learned how to do this. It's just that he was being asked specifically for a location where he learned how to do it.
Right.
Anyway, they cut out also the argument that Sonic and Chris are having in the background during that conversation.
Yeah, it's pretty boring.
Yeah, it is, but they just didn't bother dubbing it.
Good.
So Sonic and Chris are just silent. I mean, Sonic was silent through the whole argument anyway, but Chris is silent back there. That whole argument is basically just Chris nagging while Sonic ignores him. That's it. That was a pretty short dub section for a 4-kid show, really. But
It was. I'm impressed.
yeah, that is one of the best. Like early Pokemon, they were dubbing things pretty accurately. But for like 2003 4-kids, they showed a lot of restraint here.
Yeah.
There weren't a lot of like that skid marks on my butt comment was the only real attempt they made to add an extra joke that didn't exist. But I know that they will get worse for that in this show. So this episode is an anomaly. Anomaly?
Yeah.
Did I say that word
Yeah.
right? Okay. My brain was like, that's not how you say that word. Anomaly.
that's the one.
Anomalomy. Anomalocaris.
Yeah, now you're just saying it worse. You've gone backwards.
That's what I would have done if you hadn't stopped me. So
And yet you did it anyway.
I wanted to give you an example of where I was gonna go. My brain just wanted to test out some other options.
That's fair.
And you were right. None of them worked. I think we're done. Are we done?
We beat it.
Sonic X. Sonic X. Sonic X. That's the European theme song. It sucks.
It's different from both the Japanese and American?
Yeah.
Oh.
We talked about it last time. Yeah, for some reason Europe got its own theme song for this show, which I'm not aware of that ever happening. I mean, sometimes, other countries within Europe will get their own versions of the theme song, but not usually if it's the English version. Usually if we get the English version, we just get the American theme song. But for some reason, uniquely, Sonic X got its own secondary English theme song for the UK version.
And it's worse.
And it's worse, because I'm pretty sure France actually got the Japanese theme song.
Huh.
Let me know if I'm wrong about that, any French people, but I'm pretty sure, famously, because with a lot of these shows, the European versions are translated from the American version.
Right.
But I'm pretty sure for Sonic X, the French version was translated directly from the Japanese version, and it's a lot more accurate than the English version is. I think it keeps all of the original music and everything. So France got a really good deal when it came to Sonic X. Anyway.
Yeah, I've gotten distracted looking at crochet patterns.
I know,
now.
that's why I'm wrapping up, so that you can just get on with it. Thanks for joining us, everybody.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite, cream or cheese?
Knuckles.
That wasn't an option.
I picked it.
Thank you to our Weird Freak Brigade, Jamie Core, Mark Kelly, and Natalie No. We love you all.
But what about
The Mesmeron,
the Mesmeron?
Eugene Lattig.
The very same.
Oh, Eugene, you know, you are allowed to, like, demand we cover certain things. And you never
As
use
long
that.
as it's not Sonic the Hedgehog.
You never use that power. So if there's anything you want us to watch, let us know, because as the Mesmeron, that is your right.
That is your right over Pac-Land.
Yeah, if there's anything in particular you'd like us to cover soon, let us know. We'll do it for you. And you know,
We will do
anybody else out there who has any specific requests, also let us know. You don't get to demand it like Eugene does, but
it. But we'll think about it.
yeah, we'll think about it for sure. We'll consider it. If you'd like to join either the Weird Freaks or the Mesmeron Brigades, you can head over to patreon.com/Super Breakfast Friends Club and look at options for doing that. And also, there's some special episodes on there that are Patreon exclusive, and a bunch of outtakes from when we're making this show. There's a ton of
We're
them.
making this show worse.
I'm Skull Pirate Mike, and you can find me on the internet doing stuff, usually on Blue Sky or Twitch. I think those are the main places I hang out these days.
Yeah, I guess.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Anything else?
No. Get off my lawn.
Bye! That was stupid.
Yeah, that's what I'm here to do. Provide the dumb.